What's going on, Japanese Arcade here, bringing you clowns a fresh commentary today. I want to open the door on that conversation nobody really wants to have, a conversation in which I believe a lot of people are in denial about, and that's Destiny actually being better than The Division. For starters, people don't want to have this discussion because, one, Destiny is a futuristic sci-fi game, and because people hate comparing games. Now, I myself hate comparing games too, but these two titles are very comparable in a lot of ways. Now, if you put both games side by side and look at how the weapons work, how earning currency works, how weapons tiers are, both games are equal. Both games have white tier, green tier, purple tier, and gold tier weapons. Both games have weapons with built-in perks. Both games have, different forms of currency. One form is the default currency of the game that gets you that you get during that you get doing basically anything in the game that's glimmer and credits. Then there's the second tier currency that isn't as easy to get as the first, but there's ways to farm them, like strange coins and Phoenix credits. Then you have Dark Zone credits, which doesn't really compare much to Destiny because Destiny doesn't have anything that is like the Dark Zone. But before the Taken King DLC, Destiny did have a third tier of currency, and that was Motes of Light, which no longer are a tier of currency anymore. Under the hood, these games are both the same. Two games with equal mechanics outside Division being the third-person shooter and using a cover system, which Destiny also do have a cover system in some ways. Both games have similar character creation. Both games have character creations that are very poor compared to other MMOs and RPGs, but they are the same. Both games allow you to create three characters that you can share rare currency amongst them. You can't share your default credits in Division, but you can share your Phoenix credits just like you can share strange coins in Destiny. But when you put the hood down and look at the rest of both, the similarities kind of end there. The games are no longer equal. Destiny is actually the better game of the two when you compare all the things that I want to say in terms of the pure content. Destiny offers more content than Division. Destiny offers not only more cutscenes, but more engaging cutscenes as well. Division cutscenes seem a bit pointless and could have been a part of the files you come across throughout the game, like the little phones and the survival guides and the things like that. The collectibles. Collectibles are basically what the cutscenes could have been. They're not really that interesting. They're just there. Anyways, back to Destiny's content. Destiny has a longer story and more in-game content. In-game content being content left for you to do when you finish all the missions and side quests in the game. Destiny has strikes, a number of strikes actually. Destiny also has 3 raids and a horde mode. Destiny also has multiple modes of PvP. Division, once you beat all the missions, there isn't a single thing for you to do but Dark Zone, which gets boring after about 20 minutes. Ubisoft do plan on adding more content down the road, but even if you rewind Destiny to how it was at launch, it still had more content than The Division. There were still strikes, there were still daily and weekly events. So clearly, the game that people are now hating on, Destiny, has more content than the game that everyone loves, Division. So as much as people hate Destiny, it had and has more content than Division, which everybody loves. It's a lesser game, but loved. Now, leaving the facts of each game and getting into my personal opinion of both games, I am someone that is in denial about Destiny. I'll admit that. I'm in denial about Destiny. I always talk crap about it, and it says it's nothing but an average game that Bungie broke with the Taken King, which Bungie did. I'll talk about that in a later video on how Bungie broke the Taken King. But regardless of all that, I had a lot of fun with Destiny. A lot more fun with Destiny than I've have had with the Division. I got more out of Destiny when it first launched than I did with Division. I didn't beat Destiny in 3 days, but I beat Division. I beat every single mission of the Division by the Thursday after it came out. So Division is a very short game in terms of RPGs. Division's length is laughable. There is no MMOs that's this short. The Division's length is laughable. So if you ask me, the better game is Destiny. But I do think as boring and as average as the Division is, it has potential to be an elite franchise if Ubisoft decided to make multiple sequels. Same with Destiny. Even though its current state isn't enjoyable because of how Bungie broke the game, Destiny has a lot of potential, and it can be a great game. And you gotta assume that the sequel will be a hell of a lot better with the criticism that the current version of Destiny has received. Bungie has lost a step or two, but they're not stupid enough to ignore what people are complaining about, to ignore that and make this mistakes twice. Now, both these games are good games. You know, it. Some people might not like one or the other, but they're both good games. And the Division, to me, as much as I love Ubisoft, as much as I love Tom Clancy, it's my favorite author, rest in peace. As much as I want to enjoy this game, it falls. It falls in a lot of ways, and it's just like, I'm not sure if this game was what I thought it was going to be. And I think that's kind of where it goes with Division. It's a disappointment because it's not what you thought it was going to be. Even when you played the beta and you played the alpha, you just assume that this is just the beta and the alpha, that this is just a part of the game. It's just not what the game's going to be like when it fully launches. Turns out, this is exactly what the game is when it fully launches. Overall, I think both games can be enjoyable to whichever crowd they appeal to. Neither are bad games. Both could be a lot better. Obviously, maybe Division would be the better game had the content we saw at E3 been not been cut out. The companion app that was going to be that was going to allow friends who aren't on the PS4, the Xbox One, or PC, is going to allow them to fly drones over their group, or the way finding loot was. Remember when the guy opened a case and you saw like how he was like viewing a new rifle that he found in a case? Or what about when doing after when they're doing the mission, during the little E3 video, they turn around to get into a PvP fight? They cut content, and that annoys me. I don't care about graphics. I care about content. And when you cut content, that's what bugs. I don't care about graphics. That's what everyone else is complaining about. Everyone's complaining about graphics about this game. Blah blah blah. Graphics is they downgrade the graphics. How about the cut content? That's what's important. Graphics, yeah, it looks pretty. Who cares? But the content is what sells you the game. The content is what gets your money's worth, not the graphics. And the game cut content, and that's what annoyed me. The content that they had before they cut it out looked amazing, and probably was a selling point for a lot of people when it came to this game. But it's not there. None of the content that they showed you in E3 is there. It's all gone. All of it, not pieces of it, not segments. All of it. The game is completely different in terms of content from what we saw in E3. I don't care about the graphics. Yes, the graphics look different. That's a given. E3 videos are never going to be the exact same as a full release when it comes to graphics. Anyways, I'll talk long enough. Hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you've watched it from beginning to end, kudos to you. I appreciate when people actually stick there and watch the video. What is everyone's thoughts on this discussion? Because this is the point of the video. It's not just me ranting about one or the other. It's a discussion, open discussion about both these games that a lot of us either enjoy at least one of them, or don't like either at all. It doesn't matter which one you side with. It's a discussion, and discussion is open for a lot of opinions. Thank you for watching. Peace out.